Hey everyone, what's up? This is Max from Unsubscribed Healthcare. Today we're going to be going over the home exercise program. This is located in your templates folder in a subfolder called 4.home exercise program. When you open that up, you have another subfolder called home exercise images as well as HEP. In the home exercise images, it is empty, but you could place your images here that you use for all of your exercises. When you click on the home exercise program for the first time, you'll get this hashtag REF exclamation point. You want to click allow access. Doing that allows you to connect to your data center. After that, we can select the provider that we'll be treating, and you'll see successfully connected if it's successfully connected. From here, now we're able to use the unsub menu to be able to click on shortcuts and add more flow sheet shortcuts. The reason why we would want to add in more flow sheet shortcuts is that when we come over to the exercise tab, we have the name of the exercise performed, and if we want to add in a description or instructions for this, we would want to be able to select the exercise, and you'll see that it automatically will pull forward the weight or holds, reps, and sets, and then you would have to put in your own instructions into column G. From here, you could click on column H, click Insert, Image, and insert image in a cell. After you've selected your image, you can use that folder again to store everything to know where it is. After you select an image and you place it in here, it will automatically pull forward when we go to the home exercise program. If we go to the home exercise program, you can see buttons in the top left, as well as several columns and cells in the top row that have different things in them. In column E in the top row, we have the name of the current home exercise program. So if you wanted to name this after somebody, right? If this was for a patient named Max and it was for their home exercise program for their neck, you'd be able to do that. You also have the ability to translate from any English, from any language into another language that is available on the list. If you're coming down here, you can see the phone number is available, the name of the business is here, as well as the email and created by. If we come to the left, you'll see these plus buttons. We'll want to expand the amount of exercises that we have chosen. If I click on upper trap stretch, you will notice that it inserts the image over here, as well as all of the reps, as well as the description. You can go to levator scap and add that in as well. And if we added the hip flexor, since we don't have an image available for it, it won't pull forward an image, but it will pull forward the description. Now, if you want to translate it from English to another language, you'd be able to select on the column I1 and type in whatever language you would like to translate it to. I don't speak Spanish, so I'm not sure how well this translates. But you also have the option to choose from any of these different languages that are available here. Again, I do not speak Chinese, but if we clicked on Chinese Simplified, you can see that it pulls forward all of this information as well. So what can we do from here? Well, we have a couple options. We can save it as a PDF. When we click the button for the first time, we will need to authorize. When we click Save as PDF, now you'll see a hyperlink available for us. And we'd be able to click and review it. And it says Max's Neck Home Exercise Program. Home Exercise Program. Because what we did here is that we named it Max's Neck HEP, and it takes the tab that we are on and also includes it in there, and then the date and time that you added this in. So you can see here, because we had these 3 exercises expanded, it only copied those 3. If you have more expanded, so if we came here to the left and we added more exercises and then we clicked Save as PDF, it will include all of this even though we haven't selected an exercise. So you can see here all the exercises even though they don't have any exercises in 4, 5, or 6. So it's important for management that you minimize these and that when you're not using them, you can keep them hidden. You can also email as a PDF. If in the database you have a patient name and ID selected, it will pull forward their information and it will be able to insert all of that data towards the patient. So my idea with this is that you could make a copy of the HEP and place it into each of the folders that you typically use. If you had a lower back template that you use for lower back, then you could also add this HEP program into it as well. So you would have the lower back workbook as well as the HEP workbook. Then anytime a patient submits a form and they select lower back for treatment and that lower back folder is copied, it will automatically place the patient name and ID into G2 and H2. That will pull forward all of this information and it will allow you to email that patient directly. This also allows you to have home exercise programs that are already made up that you would typically give to those patients that you can then edit as needed. It also allows for tracking. In tracking, all of the exercises are automatically pulled forward in column A. After that, you can see there is a date that you're able to type in what date you did the exercises, how many reps, sets, weights, and comments. And it also, I've included it for up to 60 weeks. You could add more by copying and pasting, but again, I use the grouping in order to expand and collapse. So this way you're able to collapse the dates that you don't want and expand them when you do. You can also email as a PDF here, copy a name, add exercise. Any of these options will allow you to further enhance your home exercise program sheet. If we click on copy and name, for example, if I wanted to just have a typical program that I would do for a neck MVA, I could click copy and name. Right, and then we would be able to put in neck MVA, and now that we have a tab specifically named for that, we would be able to click on this tab when we need to. Again, this further enhances when you already have this attached to a template folder that will be pulled forward. So if I did a neck injury, I could put a home exercise program neck in here, and then from there I'd be able to automatically click on MVA or post-surgical procedure protocol. If there's a common doctor that will send you referrals, you'd be able to make their protocol and have it already in place, and be able to send out the email, send out as a PDF, print out as a PDF, anything that the patient would need in order to enhance your treatments. Database and import data are simply used for importing different languages as well as your home exercise program. These two don't really need to be touched, but they are there. The main pages that you will be using are the HEP, tracking, and exercise tab. It's also important to note that as soon as you make a copy of the home exercise program and it is multiple copies in different subfolders such as the neck or TMJ or pelvic floor or any of those, the instructions will not update and the images will not update on those separate workbooks. So if you have one workbook that you typically use and typically have available for patients and you put in all of your instructions, all of your images and exercises, that might be better for you to then be able to create a PDF for that patient from that central home exercise program. That's part of the reason why I have not installed this in each of those subfolders. But it's completely up to you how you use this. This is a good tool for you to use. I hope this was helpful. Please let me know in the comments if you have any questions or suggestions below. Next up, we will be going over the practice template folder.